Let me tell you about a salon owner I worked with named Jasmine. 45 years old, owns her salon, multiple stylists, full books, been in the industry a long time. Strong clientele, busy most of the year. 1 month, right in the middle of a strong stretch, two things happened almost back to back. A couple stylists left unexpectedly, and a few days later, she had to replace equipment the salon relies on every single day. Nothing optional, both had to be handled. Jasmine had money coming in, but like most salon owners, it wasn't sitting neatly in one place. Some of it was tied to payroll and rent, some of it was already allocated for supplies and commissions, some of it was sitting in accounts she didn't want to touch because of taxes and penalties. So once again, she was doing what she always does, moving money around, delaying things, trying to make timing work. A little later, she was talking with another salon owner she knows, just catching up, talking about staff turnover, expenses, and how unpredictable things can feel, even when business is good. Jasmine mentioned how frustrating it was that every time something expensive popped up, it turned into a scramble. That's when the other owner said she used to deal with the same thing. And that's why she started keeping a portion of her money inside of a life insurance policy. She could access it whenever things came up. Jasmine stopped and was like, "Hey, what do you mean?" Because she had never thought of life insurance that way. To her, life insurance was just something you had in case something happened to you, not something you actually used while you were alive. So she started asking questions. What she learned was simple. The money could sit inside a permanent policy designed to grow tax-free, stay protected, and still be accessible whenever she needed it. And that's when it clicked. Her income was strong, but unpredictable, and the business depended on her being present, managing, and holding everything together. So she reached out to me and told me exactly what she wanted, and that's what we built. All right, so I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. What you're about to look at is a plan we set up for Jasmine. We designed this as a 5-year funding plan. Jasmine didn't want anything aggressive. She chose to put in $24,000 a year, excuse me, which breaks down to $2,000 a month. That number made sense for her because it was money she was already setting aside elsewhere. When she had strong months, she would put money in savings. So without squeezing her lifestyle, this amount was what she decided. So to her, that meant having cash she could reach if stylists left or revenue dipped, not having to reshuffle accounts or delay payroll or rent, not touching money that was already spoken for or locked up. And it also meant this: if she needed to step back for a period of time, everything wouldn't immediately tighten up. Longer term, it meant having something built outside of the salon itself, something still there even if she decided to work less or shift out day-to-day operations. So from age 45 to 50, she funded it at 24,000 a year, or she is funding it rather. Over 5 years, that's a total of $120,000. Now, when I show you this illustration, there are only a few things you really need to focus on. First, the cash value. This is the money inside the policy that's actually earning interest. When she puts money in, there are costs early on, and then the rest of that money flows into this cash value bucket where it grows over time. The next column I'm going to show you is the cash surrender value. This is the important one. This is how much money Jasmine can actually access. Think of this as her available balance. This is the money she can use if stylists leave unexpectedly, equipment needs to be replaced, expenses spike, revenue slows down for a stretch, no penalties, no age restrictions, no taxes when she accesses it. And that mattered to her because unlike, traditional retirement accounts, this money isn't locked up. You'll also see a projected rate. This is not a guarantee. It's a projection based on how the policy is designed and historical performance that we can look at and know, what performed over the past 10 to 20 years. We're not assuming anything crazy here, just steady growth over time without market risk. So when you zoom out and look at this after 5 years, the simple picture is Jasmine puts in $120,000. Remember, she was doing that anyway, she was trying to do that in a savings account. And now she has a pool of money that is growing, is accessible, and is not dependent on how full the books are this month. Instead of everything being tied to stylists, schedules, or timing, she now has a place where her money can sit, grow, and be there when she needs it. Now, here's the part that mattered most to her. After age 50, she stops putting money into this completely. Nothing else goes in. She just lets it do what it's designed to do. When we fast forward to age 65, there's a meaningful amount of money sitting there, and I'll show you in the illustration. Not just as a number on a page, but to her, it means freedom. She liked knowing that if she wanted to reduce hours, manage instead of working behind the chair, or take time off without stressing the salon, she had something to lean on. Then we looked at age 70, same story. The money is still there, it's still growing, and she still has access to it. For the first time, the future didn't feel tied to how many days she was physically in the salon. It wasn't about walking away, it was about having options. And that's what this plan gave her. If you're watching this and you want to see something like this or what it could do for you, based on how your salon actually makes money and how cash flows month to month, I'm happy to walk through it with you as well. You can schedule a call by clicking on a link in my bio, or you can just send me a message and we'll go from there. So let me show you the illustration really quickly. This is the illustration. Let me make sure I'm sharing this. Okay, this is the illustration. So again, the important parts, she's putting in $24,000 a year that she was already putting away for 5 years, which is going to give her $120,000. Now, if we look over here at cash value and cash surrender value, there's $126,000 in the account after 5 years. All of these amounts right here, that's what's available to her. So in year 6, she hasn't put in another dime, but she has 132,000, 138, 145, 153, 161, and you see so on and so forth. If she decides that what she wants to retire at 60, we've got $241,000 we can do something with. If she wants to keep working, managing the salon, whatever, maybe she wants to retire at 70, she has $475,000 plus dollars. And it just keeps growing from there. And all of this money, I don't think you can actually see my pointer, but all of this money right here is, let me do it like this. Let me annotate here. Okay, so this is the column that we're looking at. This is the money that is available to her all along the way. Okay, so even if, she decides that she wants to keep working and go about her business, this money is still going to be available to her all the way down here, as you see that column. Now, if something happens to her along the way in here, let's say at 84, this is what we have here is what we call legacy money. This is the money that will actually pay out to her beneficiaries, 1.365 million. And it just keeps growing and she never puts another dime in it. Again, if you want to find out what this looks like for you, give me a call, give me, DM me, whatever you need to do, and we can make an illustration like this just for you based on your health and your age and how much you want to put in. Talk soon.